Welcome to TimSold Talks. Join us as we dive into all things real estate, talk about business, food, cars, and much more with industry experts. Dream it, believe it, achieve it. Welcome back to another episode of TimSold Talks. Very honored to have Coach Collington Waterman of the Gators Basketball Academy here. Thank you for joining us, Coach.
Well, thank you for having me.
Yeah, no, thank you for coming on. I'm excited to hear about your story. But before we get into that, I just need to shout a quick sponsor to our food sponsors here today from Eatable Popcorn. They're a local homegrown success story here and based in the GTA. Amazing success they've had. They've been in the Oscars. They've got major movie partnerships. Please, Coach, would you like to have a try? We got two different flavors here today.
Let's see. We had the
coconut lime margarita and strawberry and champagne.
Yeah. Strawberry champagne.
Yeah. Let's take some.
Let's get that a try.
Really sweet and savory.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. It's one of their most popular flavors. So for our listeners, make sure you go check them out. We have a TimSold promo code for everyone. Description's down below and you get additional some freebies and once you click on that link. So please go check them out, guys. All right, Coach. So thank you for coming on our show. Sure. And I know we've had a bit of delays, but we pushed through and made everything work. So for our audience that don't know you, can you please do a quick introduction by yourself?
Let's do it. Born and raised Markham, Ontario, 25. Okay. So I've been here my whole life. Went to school in Markham, went to Wismer.
Okay.
Then I went to Brother Andre for high school. Honestly, kind of went there just for the basketball program, to be honest. So went there, played basketball my whole life. And then after there, George Brown College. Did a little bit of human resources over there, studying over there. Didn't really like it, to be honest. So kind of went away from that, and then now just been working. I'm a mostly sales background,
sales retail.
So it's been good.
Okay, and so you played. Did you play at George Brown as well? Or?
I didn't play at George Brown. I only played basketball all the way throughout to high school. Honestly, just way too much injuries. And when I got to college, I realized that I knew I wasn't going to be making it where I wanted to make it. So I just decided to. It's time to just live a regular life now.
And you coach for the Gators now, but did you play for the Gators or?
Never played for the Gators growing up. So I played for a whole bunch of different organizations. So when I actually first started playing basketball, I started with Mamba. So this is probably about grade 7 when I started with Mamba. It was a really fun time. This was my first time ever playing like organized basketball. So just being able to come into it and like just meet people, seeing what it's like, because I always played basketball on the streets growing up. So when you actually step into organized basketball, it's completely different.
It's a different game, right? Yeah.
It was a lot of fun. And then that Mamba team turned into Silver Knights. And so a lot of growing, stick with the same team, honestly, my whole life growing up, which is like a lot of fun. And then eventually I moved on to Gary Durant, who was that's the last team I played for. And that was probably the best team I played for. That's like where I learned like mostly everything about basketball, I would like to say. And so that's probably like my little basketball background there.
Okay, so what brought you to the Gators, or what brings you to the Gators?
Well, I just love basketball so much. So for me, it was just about how can I stay around the game. I knew I couldn't play it, so it's either do I want to be a referee or do I want to be a coach? And I missed the deadline to become a referee. So I was like, you know what? Let me see what else is out there. So I was looking around. I saw the opportunity for the Gators come up, and I played against the Gators growing up. They were always a good team. And I have friends with the coach of the Gators too. So I was like, you know what? This is like kind of a good idea. So I had my meeting with Ken, spoke with him, and it's been 2 years now. And loving it.
Wow. Okay. So 2 years. What grades do you coach?
So I'm coaching. I started with grade 6 and now we're grade 7 now. So just with that one team. So we've been able to go up that 1 year so far.
Nice.
So planning on staying with them for as long as I can and seeing how far we could grow. And
No, it's amazing to hear. And how's the team doing this year?
Team's doing really well. We only lost 1 game this year.
Nice.
A lot of growth, to be honest. Like this is like a lot of the kids, it's their first time playing organized basketball. So they're going into like their second year of experience. So it's been really fun for them just to see them come together as a family, not just only a team. Just going out to other games, just seeing how they're bonding, even with the parents as well too. So it's fun. The team's doing really well. They're very excited, and
because it's like a community too, right? It's not just like basketball is obviously the competitive side, but like the family aspect, the community, the team building.
I feel like that's the part I love about it the most. It just feels like a whole entire family. Like everyone has each other's back, and like there's just never a dull moment when you're around the kids, and that's what I really love about it. So they always find a way to brighten your day. They just always have the best things to say. So it's great.
I don't know. Could you share some of those memorable experiences?
So for me, I would just say I feel like a lot of these kids nowadays are just just straight based off of TikTok and this and that. So my practices are honestly a lot of fun. My practices are just full of just jokes. All the kids just always joking, and it's funny because sometimes I understand it. And I'm just like, this is I shouldn't understand this stuff, but I do. But a lot of the good memories though. Our first year we started. Last year we went to the gold medal game for Ontario Cup. So like that was huge for us. Like just to be our first year together and to be able to make it that far. And we didn't end up winning, but it was just the experience to just for them to know like we could do it. We could get this far. Like that's what the one thing I always try to push. I just always let them know like it's about hard work, it's about perseverance, it's about just you have to believe in yourself in order for you to want to accomplish these results. So just always pushing that aspect of it for them. And
And how's that kind of like challenge you as a coach? You know, first time coach, and now your second year. First time coaching. You said too, right? Like,
there was there was a lot of challenges going into it. Just first, like just learning everything, like because I didn't know anything going into it. Yes, I played basketball and I was good at playing basketball, but so you would think, okay, I could just go into this and I'm just going to be the best coach ever. But I went into it, I'm like, okay, I guess I really don't know that much about basketball that I thought I did, like that I thought I knew. So I was actually like, it's all learning experience. I've been able to learn every single practice, every single game. I always like to say, like, I kind of like the experience of losing just because it's very humbling, and with losing you just learn a lot more lessons. Why did you lose? And with same thing with winning as well too, is why do we win? But with the losing aspect of it, I'm just able to show them more of, okay, we lost this game. Well, don't put your head down, keep your head up. This is what happens. This is what happens during games. Like it's tough. It's the process. I say you got to trust the process. Everything's long. It takes time. For these kids, when we first started and I first got in there, we were having practice, and their practices weren't as physical or as aggressive as they were until I got there. When I first got there, it was suicides, it was running, it was just a whole bunch of hard work. And I remember the parents coming to me a few weeks after saying, my kids wanted to quit. They didn't want to come to practice anymore just because they would go home and they're like, oh, my body's sore. I never felt this. But then they started to realize, you know what, like more time that went on, the harder work that they put in, they started to see the results themselves. So it's not only me having to tell you, but once you could see the process yourself and start to see the results, and you're going to start to trust it, you're going to start to believe in it and become part of the process. So yeah.
I guess it's a positive reinforcement, right? Like the kids work hard and then they see the results, and then it makes them want to work hard even more.
Exactly.
And
100%.
they just need a leader to help kind of push them in that direction, right?
Yeah.
So, no, fascinating. So, for young players, looking to get into organized ball or rep ball, what kind of advice would you give, those players right now?
Yeah, for me personally, I didn't know anything about basketball growing up. I literally learned how to play basketball off of YouTube. So my thing is just work, just go out there and work. I was grateful enough, my parents let me dribble the basketball inside the house. So I know it's tough times. Some people could get outside, some people can't. But whatever you could do, just it's all about work. Just no matter what. Some days feel the same. It feels like you didn't accomplish anything, but it's just one building block at a time. Just take your time, take it slow, work on the things that you need to work on. Your dribbling, so work on your shooting, work on all these things that coaches actually look for. And then you have the other aspect of it as well. You have the school aspect, which is also the most important aspect of it as well too. It's like, yes, you could be good at basketball, you could be good at this, but I'm also good at the other things that I need to be at in order to play basketball. If I do want to go further, if I do want to do this as well too. Because for me as well, I always tell my kids as well, you got to maintain a certain grade average, and then you can focus on basketball as well too. I feel like the grade is completely more important, and then we could go to the basketball aspect. But my advice for them is just trust the process, work hard, develop your skills, develop your skills on the basketball court, off the basketball court, and it's just all gonna translate together. It's all gonna come together no matter what. It's everything. It just takes time. It takes time as long as you could trust your process and you have patience. I feel like a lot of people are impatient. As long as you have patience and you know that things will get better, you'll make it.
You've got a journey to go through, right?
Exactly. 100%.
No one's gonna wake up the next day and become the next Kobe,
no,
LeBron, Steph Curry, or Jordan, right? So to two words of advice, because my son also plays too, and he dribbles it a lot at home. So what we got was one of those silent basketballs.
Oh yeah, I've been seeing ads for those. Honestly, yeah. I was like, I wish I had that growing up. My mom would have loved that, to be honest.
Yeah, that saves the hardwood and also saves a lot of the noise pollution.
Right.
Okay. No, it's interesting that you said, the kids that are getting in because they trust the process. And I think, a lot of our younger audience, especially, they're all just about the YouTube. You said you learned on YouTube too, right? But it's like short clips and the reels, and everyone thinks like, oh my goodness, like I've got to hit every single shot because the reels show that, right?
Exactly.
But you watch a full game, I think the stat was like Steph Curry, right? The greatest all-time 3-point shooter, and he's only 40%.
Exactly.
So it's 1 in 2 the chances that he's going to be missing, 100%. Right? But people think this idea, and they get down on themselves once they start missing a few shots.
Yeah. Exactly. It's all a mental thing, to be honest. And I like, you see it with the kids as well too, because I feel with kids, they always believe, okay, well, if I don't do this well, coach is going to be mad at me. Coach is going to be upset. Coach is going to put me on the bench.
Yeah.
And it's not true. And that's the one thing I feel like that's the one misconception is they always think, okay, well, if I do bad, I'm going right to the bench. Basketball is a learning process. I always tell my kids that. I remember during a game, one of our kids missed a shot. And I remember I head down immediately, runs back on defense. I called the timeout. I said, it's basketball. You're not going to make every single shot that you take.
Yeah.
If you miss that shot, I don't want you to put your head down. I want you to run back and play defense. That's what it's about. Go get the ball back. That's going to make me happier than you putting your head down.
Yeah.
It's about, you have to believe in yourself, and you have to know, okay, well, I have the confidence in myself. Okay, if I miss 5 shots, I'm not going to miss the 6th shot. I'm going to go make a layup. I'm going to go take a jumper. Or if I'm missing all my shots in this game, what's another way that I can contribute to the game? Is it passing? Is it working off the ball?
Defense,
is it leadership? Is it defense? All the different things. It's just not only about offense. It's about how can I also make my team better as well too. Yeah. So
it's a team sport, right?
Yeah,
so what can you do, right?
100%.
No one's going to be on fire every night. So you need to find out what your role is tonight, what you're feeling. Yeah. No, totally agree with that. Because I think when we watch youth sports, a lot of the kids just automatically feel defeated, right?
Yeah.
Right away, a bad play, or they get stolen, or they miss a shot, and they're all like, "Oh man," they come back on defense. It just some of the advice I give to my son, because I used to play myself as well, but it's like about the next play mentality, right?
Yeah.
Like, good or bad, whatever happens, like you can't let that affect the next shot, right? You get the shot in today, or you get a shot in right now, the next shot could miss. So it doesn't really, there's no correlation to the next shot, right? So, or the next play. And it's actually a waste of energy, right? Like
it is, You're right, though. It is a lot of waste. It is,
You're like, you see some of the kids like, oh no, I missed it, right? And then like, well, they already they already took a fast break and they're back.
Exactly.
Get back on D.
Get back on defense. Yeah.
Yeah. So. No, great advice for the kids there. And, you talked a little bit about, the success, outside of just basketball. Like, what would you hope for your kids to learn from, the time with you and apply that to the rest of their lives?
For me personally, I feel like when I look back at what I've learned from myself playing basketball, like I didn't really think about it until I got older, and I was like, oh, wow, these are lessons that like my coach taught me that I never really was thinking about. But as they grow older, I just want them to just always had that mentality of just working hard. My favorite quote from one of my coach, Gary Durant, growing up was, "It's earned, not given." That's just with everything in life. Everything in life, you have to go out there and earn it. Nothing's given to you. So as long as they could just know that, go out there, work hard, go out there, be a leader as well too. Just being able to help people, and no matter what instance it is, if you could put your hand out to help someone else is going to help you as well too. So just trying to push that for them. Just being leaders, being hard workers, just being able to just lead people as well too. Like everything's about teamwork as well. So if you could be a team leader, like off the court as well too. If you're in school and classroom, if you could help kids around you, if you see someone on the street that's like, okay, I'm good at this, I could help them with this too. So yeah, just little life lessons that they might not understand now, but as they get older, they're gonna start to realize it and understand it. So
permeates,
exactly.
Right? Yeah, because that's actually my next question. Is like, how would you measure the success of your kids or your team, just beyond the wins and losses, right? Like,
kind of the same thing I said. It's just seeing how much they have learned, like themselves, and what they're able to actually do with it. You learn a lot, and everyone, it's like you could take a horse to water, but you can't make the horse drink, right? So you could teach them so many things, and it's what they want to be able to stick what they want to stick. And like, for me personally, how I would measure it is just their ability. Like I have seen it in some of the kids. I have seen their leadership grown, and I love it. I've seen when someone makes a bad play or you see someone down, I see one of my kids that's a leader go to them and they lift them up, and I love that part, and I love that aspect. So yeah, just being able to lift up people around you, just being able to persevere, always have a smile on your face as well too. That's how I kind of determine success. You just have to be happy. I feel with life is just, you only get one life, so if you're just living it and you're always sad, it doesn't make sense. You just got to be happy and just go about it. And
no, great words of advice there. And it's talked about some of the tough times that your players going to go through. Like, how do you motivate them? How do you encourage them to get out of that mindset?
Yeah, that's the toughest one, because with kids, they always stay in that mindset for a long time. It's hard to get them out of it, especially because if we lose consecutively, wins obviously going to be the only thing that makes them feel better. But it's just the mentality of, again, when you lose, what did you learn from losing? And for me personally, like, I'm able to go into every practice and I'm able to correct the things that we weren't able to do properly. And when we go to the next game, it translates and we're able to see it. But it's just about persevering. Like, I feel like I've been saying that word a lot, but it's just like it's all the same thing. Like, to me, I feel like it all comes back to that. To be honest, it just
no, you gotta have the grit to push through good times, bad times.
Exactly,
it's gonna come, right? Good times and bad times. So it's like a roller coaster of emotions, but you just gonna push through it, and keep your sight on the goal. What the end
100%.
goal is,
and
right?
Like, for me too, like, we reached that. So we like I said last year, we went to the gold medal game. So we have we know our goal for the future. We know what we want to accomplish. We know what we want to achieve. So we're just waiting until we get to that moment. But throughout the time, because we've been winning so much games, so I haven't really had the opportunity to say, okay, well, this is that. But it's just a reminder to them that there's teams out there that work harder than you. There's kids out there that work harder than you. It's just about that as well too. It's basketball's competitive as well. So if you're not going to go out there and you're not going to compete, and you're not also, it's also in life as well too. If you're not going to go out there and compete in life, then you'll be last place. If you want to finish first place, you got to go out there and you got to do the work, and you got to go through it with your friends or with your teammates, with your friends, whatever, in order to accomplish it. So
no, that's a great advice. So what values do you prioritize in your program? You said that obviously perseverance, keeping your head up, learning from losses. Any advice for your team, your team or your kids, how to prioritize what they need to do? You said the athletics as well.
Athletics for sure. School is important, and family as well too. I feel family is the most important thing. For me, growing up, my dad's my best friend.
Nice.
He took me to every single practice. He was always there for me. So just having that family aspect. Family is the only family is number one. Family is going to be there no matter what. When you're down, they're there. When you're happy, they're there. So just always be around family. They're going to take care of you. They have your back, no matter what. Family.
Yeah, they're your number one fans, right?
Exactly.
100%. To sacrifice all the driving. I guess.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
Sitting in there watching the games on the weekends.
They get into it and they love it. So you can tell. So it's very intense. I love when everyone when the whole family shows up, the grandmas and the grandpas. It's just lovely to see. It's just it's a family aspect game, and it's just really good to see. And it's good to keep your family close and be able to bond over something like that. So
no, it's a whole experience, right? Especially when you go to town or something. It's a family trip or vacation.
It's fun,
right? Okay. As we, I'm just mindful of your time. As we start wrapping up, we always ask our guests two kind of teaser questions or kind of fun questions. Number one is, what is the one feature of your dream house that you'd like to have, or do you already have it?
Ooh, that's a good one. Well, for my dream house, I got a lot that I want to put in my dream house, to be honest.
What features?
But one of the features for sure, I definitely need a wine cellar.
Wine cellar? Okay.
I think I definitely need a wine cellar. I'm a wine guy for sure. I want to get some vintage wine in there for sure. Yeah. Nice sleek design, walk in for sure.
Nice little. Do you have let's conceptualize. How many bottles do you want in the wine cellar?
At least I need at least 100.
100.
At least 100. Yeah.
Okay.
I was looking at LeBron. LeBron has a lot. So LeBron has a lot more than 100, but I'll start with 100. I think 100 is good. So
Yeah. A nice little, wine cellar is pretty findable.
Not too bad. And
Yeah.
So that's something I think I would need in my house. Yeah.
Okay, a nice wine cellar. Any particular region of grapes that you like, or any?
No, nothing particular.
Okay.
Nothing particular. Honestly, I'm not picky. That's the one thing. That's the best thing.
You like
not
the
picky.
variety.
I like
to
my
try
variety. Exactly. I need to try out everything. So yeah.
Okay. No, actually, you got a few listings that can be sent your way for that. Okay. Number 2. What's the one food you could eat for the rest of your life?
Ooh, one food I could eat for the rest of my life. I'm a big pasta guy. So
yeah.
But if I was specifically say, I would probably go lasagna. To be honest.
Yeah.
Lasagna, but it has to be the one that my aunt makes.
Your aunt makes?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think she makes the best one, to be honest. Yeah. And it's crazy because she's a vegetarian, so she doesn't eat meat, but the lasagna she makes, it's amazing.
It is meat though?
It is meat. Yeah. It's a meat lasagna. And it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. So that's probably the one food I'll probably have for the rest of my life if I could. Yeah.
Shout out to your auntie then.
Yeah. Shout out to her. Yeah.
Okay, so that wraps up this week's episode of TimSold Talks. So thank you very much, Coach Collington, for sharing, the amazing success and stories that you have, and the achievements you've accomplished so far. So congratulations to that. Where can our guests find you if they want to kind of follow you or find out more about the program that you're running?
Yeah, you could just look for my socials. My Instagram is _Collington13. And always, if you have any if you need advice on coaching or if you want to do any skills and development training, anything like that, in the summertime, always reach out to me. I'm always here to help. And do
you run your own clinics or coaching?
I am going to be starting to run my own clinics. Nice. I feel like I'm a little bit more on the developmental side of basketball. So definitely I'm going to get into that. And
okay, we'll stay tuned and send us the links. We'll help you blast them when those are ready. So so don't forget to follow him, guys, and thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.
If you enjoyed today's episode and looking to buy, sell, invest in real estate, you know to call. You give us a 5-star review, please, and listen to our Spotify. But if you want to listen, if you want to follow Coach Collington's journey, go find him on socials, go find his clinics, and we look forward to seeing those in Markham soon, right?
For sure.
All right, guys. Dream it, believe it, achieve it. It's a beautiful day to sell homes. Thank you very much for listening, and thank you very much for coming on today.
Well, thank you.
Hi, I'm Tim Kern, and I proudly lead the TimSold team. We're voted as one of the top 3 brokerages in Markham, and we will sell your house fast and for top dollar with the least amount of hassle, or we guarantee to buy it. Call us today and start packing.